equations by graphing. All right, a quadratic equation can be standard form.
It's bx squared plus bx.
Y. That's where the y comes in. It's an ax squared quadratic function as an equation. We're going to replace y, or you're going to see that the equations actually don't have. You're going to try to get them to equal 0. Once we do an example, you'll see what I mean. There's another name for the solutions of a quadratic. Very good, but they call them roots. Okay. Remember that the solutions are roots of an equation, x-intercepts of the related graph. 2, 4, 0, and very important, guys, real solutions. Because the 0 ones actually have 2 solutions, they're imaginary. We're going to talk about imaginary numbers here in the next. So we either have 2, 1, or 0 real solution. Right now we're looking for those real solutions. Here's an example of which you guys basically already know. 2 real solutions, crosses the x-axis twice. 1 real solution, crosses the x-axis once, means the vertex is on the x-axis. No real solutions. It's above it and going up and never crosses the x-axis. There are 2 solutions there, they're just not real. And we're going to find them eventually. All right, here we go. Let's do one. X squared minus 4x plus 3. Everybody find the axis of symmetry, the vertex, and use our 1, 3, 5 thing to graph it. Go. Make sure you're equaling. Did I do it right? Okay. Guys, it equals 0. It doesn't equal y. It equals 0. So find when the parabola crosses the x-axis. We know this one does open up. So I'll put 2 in there. I don't need to write equals 0. So 4 minus 8 plus 3, negative 4 plus 3. Anybody else get negative 1 for the y value?
Yeah.
Right? So the vertex is at 2, negative 1. Graph that point, please. Okay. 1, 3, 5 pattern going to change? Yes or no?
No.
Why not? Because A equals 1.
Oh, yeah.
Because A equals. So I'm going to go up 1 unit and over 1. Boom. And up 1. And then up and go.
Check it with the y-intercept.
Where is the y-intercept?
0, 3.
0, 3. Very good, Kat. So here's my question. Where did the parabola cross the x-axis? Go ahead, Alec.
0, 3 and 0, 1.
Sweet. One or 3. Those are the solutions. You could write 1 and 3 if you. I would not be. The word doesn't matter. It's 1 or 3. Okay. So we're looking for where it crosses the x-axis. There's 2 real solutions here, and they are 1 or 3. Now, the last period, we want to know why do we call those a solution? Why is that what we're looking for? Okay. Here's my question. What does the original equation equal? 0. When y equals 0, x equals 1 and 3. Think about what Alex said when he said the answers.
Why?
Why what?
Why equal 1 and 3?
When y equals 0,
Oh, yeah.
x equals 1 or x equals 3. Okay? And somebody had a great point last period. They're like, can you check it by putting those values back in?
That's what I said.
Watch this. Don't write this, just watch. We think one of the answers is 1. 1 squared minus 4 times 1 plus 3. Olson, what's 1 squared? What's 4 times 1? What's 1 minus 4 plus 3? Of course it is. 0.
Does it work for 3 also?
Great question.
Did that happen in our homework when it equaled 0?
Yep. 3 squared minus 4 times 3 plus 3.
So that's a way to check your answer.
Exactly. 9 minus 12 plus 3. Boom. It equals 0. There are no other values besides 1 and 3 that if you plugged in, they would check. They work. Plug other numbers in there. They don't equal 0. So, believe it or not, guys, you would never, ever, ever solve a quadratic by graphing unless the directions said solve by graphing.
Oh, there's more. Are we doing more ways to solve it?
Learn the quadratic equation soon. Okay, let's practice this with Desmos real quick. Everybody go to their Chromebook. Go to the Desmos app or the Desmos website.
Same thing.
Okay.
He sounds Greek.
Takes forever. All right, here's how you type this in. Hit X.
0.
Okay.
Yeah, it says x equals 1 to 3.
Right. X. So then you hit the A squared button. It'll put a little squared on your X. And then you type in minus 4x. Minus 4x. You can just type that in, or you can use your keyboard, whatever way you like. And then plus 3. And then you don't even need to.
That's not
Oop, I put equals 3. Plus 3. When you type something wrong in, a lot of times it gives this. All right, now.
That's like saying no.
Right, my graph was off-centered at the beginning.
Same.
Okay, so you can, guys, use these plus and minus buttons to zoom in or out. What you can do is you can zoom in, or you can zoom out. Now, watch this. We graphed it. Take your cursor and put it right on the parabola. Did it cross the x-axis at 1 and 3?
Yeah.
Is the vertex at 2, -1?
Probably.
Is the y-intercept 3? Yes. All the stuff that we did mathematically. Okay. Now, another little trick you can do. If you put equals 0, there's the coolest thing ever. Look what it does.
It gives you the answer.
It solves them for you. But now it doesn't graph it. Okay? To graph it, you got to get rid of that equals 0.
Turn the screen.
So, it graphs it or it solves it.
If you want it.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay?
I feel like that.
All right. Let's do this. Hey, you will not have, listen to me, this is very important. You will not have the luxury of checking it on a quiz or a test using Desmos.
Why do you show us that?
So you can check them tonight when you're doing them to make sure you're doing them right. Okay?
You're so hungry.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, guys, I know it's before lunch, but let's get through this.
32 more minutes.
Right now it's Monday.
On Friday.
Hey, guys, we don't have much time. 39 days left, but I think you guys have 36 days left. It's not much. Well, you guys are off to the high school. All right, do not even try number 2 because the vertex was at -1.5, 20 1/4. So what I want you guys to do is on number 2, type that one into Desmos with a negative. Hey, it faces down, right? Watch this. We're gonna do the coolest thing in the world here. This is very important. Everybody type it in. And you type in, there's a negative sign over here. Negative x squared. And you could use the negative sign from your keyboard, or you just type in negative sign.
You just put a minus. X is -6
Yeah.
or 3.
Minus 3x,
Cool, Aaron.
bragger,
It's really big.
plus 18.
It's humongous.
Plus 18. So I use the key. Right. Now, you might have to scroll up. Zoom out.
-1.5,
Look. Hey, how do you find the vertex, people, using Desmos? No, you put your cursor on it.
What do you say?
You don't. You put your cursor. Look at it. We said when we did this one last period by hand, and our graph only goes up to 10, so we were like, it was ridiculous. So we will not give you one like this on a quiz. So, that's why we typed it in Desmos here. Look at it. It was a -1.5, 20.25.
What is this?
Ooh, hey, somebody answer this question. What's the value of C?
18. 0.
Look at that. 0, 18. 18, remember that's the y-intercept always. 0, that number, 18. Now, go down -6 and 3. Everybody hit equals 0 then. OMG. I put equals 3. Equals 0. Negative 6 and 3.
Make a lot of mistakes on Desmos.
So sorry about that one, guys. It was a bad problem.
Wait, I thought the x-intercept, the solutions were supposed to be 1 and 3.
No, for this one, 6 and 3. Look,
Negative 6.
negative 6 and 3. You're talking about the last one, maybe.
I always 1 and 3.
We're on the problem number 2, Kev. So does everybody understand how to use Desmos or a graphing calculator to get the solutions? Graph it. If you set equals 0, you'll actually see what x equals, and that's, you're solving an equation that way. All right. The next one I think we can graph. So let's graph this one before we type it in. Let's do it. Move that 16 over, please.
C equals 0. It goes through the origin. C is 0.
No, I don't think it goes
you
through the
wrote
origin.
it wrong. It doesn't equal 0.
I moved the 16 over.
It's
Oh,
on the
you're
X
supposed to do that?
line.
Yeah, you have to make it equal 0, guys. Always. Equal 0.
I didn't know it.
Move everything over. You're basically putting it in the standard form, Kev. Okay? So, A equals 1. B
No, I didn't
equals
read
8.
that.
C equals 16. Alright. I got the axis of symmetry at negative 8 over 2 times 1, which is negative 4. Did everybody get an axis of symmetry at negative 4?
Yep.
Okay, plug negative 4 in carefully, especially Sean. Negative 4 squared plus 8 times negative 4 plus 16.
But you do the negative outside of it? Or?
You're squaring negative 4, so you got to use parentheses around the negative 4.
Oh,
So I got 16 minus 32 plus 16. OMG. How much is that?
0.
Cubon, what are you doing?
Trying 2040.
He is.
Desmos. It's really cool.
It's negative 30.
It's a lie, dude.
That's good that you like to mess with that. So do that on your time. Let's take good notes now. All right. How many people got y to be 0 when x is negative 4?
Oh, yeah.
So that means that the vertex is at negative 4 comma 0. Negative 4 comma 0. And is this open upward or downward?
Up.
1, 3, 5 pattern. We're not going to change it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, why do you even do that 1, 3, 5 pattern?
Yeah, why would you even graph it when you already know what it is?
No, I'm saying like,
You have to graph your parabola.
why?
So,
1, 3, 5,
What's the what does x equal when y equals 0? Come on, guys, you're making me look bad.
Negative 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm still graphing.
What does x equal when y is 0?
Negative 4.
Negative 4. The solution is negative 4. Where does that parabola? How come there's only one solution? One real solution. Briggs, what do you think?
Y is 0.
That's not the reason. Why is 0 in all of them?
Got it.
Oh, there's one. There's only one solution.
Why? That's what I'm asking. Why is there only... McNulty, what do you think?
Oh,
Because the vertex is on the x.
On the x-axis. What's that called again, guys? You remember? A double root. Okay? This is actually a double root.
Wait,
Okay.
so the y-intercept is at 0, comma 16?
Yes.
So it would be up there technically.
Right. It would go up and hit. We're at when
If you did 1, 3,
y
5,
is 16. Yes.
Like
When
if you
x,
did 1, 3, 5, 7. I think it would be on 7.
right. It'd be the 1, 3, 5, 7 pattern. Very good, Al.
Yeah.
So that's a double root one. Try typing it in. See what it looks like on Desmos.
Probably like the parabola.
Do you have to write double root or just actually?
No, just write x equals negative 4 one time. Ooh, I wonder if it works like this. X. I'm gonna try something here. Anybody else try this? X squared
I've tried
plus
that.
8x. I always type plus 8x equals negative 16. Because it's an equation, it gave me the solution. Look at that. Because I got an equal sign. So now I'm just going to go back to the graph of it. Plus.
You got your x on 8.
Thank you. Oh, look at that. Negative 4, 0. Somebody said this. 0, 16. 1. Did you know you can put your cursor anywhere and click your mouse and it'll tell you the coordinates?
Amazing. Just amazing.
Look at that. And then scroll up and down, guys. Hold it and scroll up and down.
Wow.
Negative 8.1,
It's like you're on a roller coaster.
16.
You should make a roller coaster called the parabola that just goes like this.
I'm sure there's a lot of math involved in making roller coasters. Those engineers that make roller coasters got a lot of calculus work in them.
Dope.
So,
The
all right,
parabola.
decimals is pretty cool, guys.
It's pretty scary.
Say again.
Oh my god.
What's scary, Olson?
The parabola.
You're great on that last quiz. That's what's scary.
Yeah, I know.
That was boring.
I'd write the parabola.
Did they use
Okay.
quadratic
Actually,
formula?
I don't need to write the parabola.
Now, skip. Wait. This might be a no solution one or no real solution.
Why
It's a
is it
fraction.
that?
Let's do 4,
Ah.
and we do get a fraction. Remember, make it equal 0, so you got to subtract 6x from both sides, and make sure you put it in standard form. That minus 6x goes as the b. That's not the c. Okay.
Oh, it's a fraction.
2x squared. That's okay. Nico taught me something, guys, the last week or two. I'll show you what he taught me. Okay? I always learn things from you guys. So, you move it over, you got to put the negative 6x in between the x squared and the negative 8, put in standard form. All right, a is negative 2, b is negative 6, c is negative 8. Okay?
No.
6 over 2 times negative 2.
It's 1.5.
How about negative 1.5?
Yeah.
Okay? Negative 1.5. That's okay. You guys are smart. You can do this. So I'm going to draw a vertical line at negative 1.5, which is right in between negative 1 and negative 2. And then, guys, this one actually opens up downward. Does everybody agree? And I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool here. Do this one with me, please. Okay, here's what Nico taught me. Everybody put negative 3/2. Leave it improper. In for x. Negative 3 over 2 quantity squared minus 6 times negative 3 over 2 minus 8.
Wait,
Okay.
that's what it is.
These calculators, most of you guys have this type of calculator. This is why I want you to bring your calculators. Did you know you could type that whole thing in there from left to right and just hit equals and it'll tell you what it equals?
Wait, is that f of x? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I'm doing f of x.
What?
Well, Nico's the.
And Nico showed me that actually.
He's the calculator.
Because he is the calculator king. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. So, here's how this works.
Two is the person.
You've got to use parentheses. Everybody type in negative 2, parentheses,
How do you do parentheses?
because you got to square negative 3 over 2.
I know, how do you do
They're right above right in your 9.
Wait, what do you do for the carrots?
Oh,
You just
I don't know if
put
your
carrot?
calculator does it. Oh, here, sorry about
You're
that.
such a nerd.
Alright. So if you don't have a nice calculator like that one, like
Or this one.
Olson's got this one, which I have. I don't think it does it, but everybody else's I think does. Okay? So we're gonna do it by hand a little bit, Al, but that's okay.
How do you do the square?
Al, in your head, Al, square negative 3/2.
9/4.
Positive or negative?
Negative.
Wrong.
Oh, well, you said 9/4, you tricked me.
So now I'm gonna do this. Watch this. Ooh, what's negative 6 times negative 3/2?
Nico, is the carrot squared?
Plus
Just put in the carrot to square.
9 minus 8.
Yes.
Negative 18 fourths.
Or you
Plus
can just
9.
hit the x squared.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
What was the answer? Negative 7.5, guys? Or not?
Not
Yeah,
done.
and negative 3.
Negative 3.5? Negative 3.5?
Yeah.
So, at the point negative 3 over 2, negative 3.5 is
Yeah,
the
I got
vertex.
-3.5.
There we go. That's good. I thought it was negative 7 over. Or maybe I thought negative 7/2 is what I saw.
I got negative 48.5.
You typed it in wrong. Let me see the calculator that you have.
19.
No, it's negative 3.5. Oh, yeah, you're smart. All right, here. Okay, I want you to type in negative 2,
Yeah, it is. It is.
Parentheses.
Thanks, Rita. Guys, it is.
3, ABC.
It's negative.
Oh, yeah, negative.
19.
I got
Yeah, sure.
And your parentheses,
I mean,
and then
probably
x squared, which
it
is.
was C or no.
No. Oh, yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was a-
Minus 6,
I don't really care.
I don't
parentheses,
got that one C.
Negative 3 over 2. Negative first. Negative first. And your parentheses. Minus 8. Boom!
I think I know what I did.
Type it in carefully. You can do it.
Hey, it's still going.
So, negative 1.5, negative 3.5. Now, everybody put your vertex at negative 3.5 on that axis of symmetry, please.
Oh, I forgot this.
Right. Now, we know that it goes down, right?
Why is there 2?
Why is there a 2 where?
Never mind. I thought the numbers were dotted lines.
So, I'm going to go 1, 3, 5 is going to become 2, 6, 10. So I'm going to go down 2, over, down 2, I'm on a half, and over 1, which is,
So this is a no solution already.
you know it's a no solution one because it goes down. But still try to graph it because something cool happens.
What do you mean no solution?
I'm going to talk about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and over a whole one. You're still in a half. Remember, you're still in the halves, guys, when you do this. Now, here's my question. Where does this line, where does this parabola cross the y-axis?
Never.
No.
Fake numbers.
Yeah.
7.
No?
Fake numbers.
Negative 5.
I'll
Negative
cross them.
Negative 7.5.
Oh my God, they're killing people.
Impossible.
Where does
Negative 8.
Thank you. What's C?
Negative 8.
Look at this.
Oh my
Oh, it
god.
doesn't make sense though.
It crosses at -8, and it
I was
works.
the closest. Is that 7.5?
Wait, does y always cross? Does the parabola always cross the y
If it goes up and down, yeah.
At C?
at c?
But it doesn't.
Did you hear what he just asked? Does the parabola always cross the y-axis at C?
It's the y-intercept.
We've been doing this for a week, Cuban.
I'm so confused.
And the y-intercept is always at 0, C.
It doesn't go through 8.
Oh yeah.
-8.
It doesn't
Yeah.
go through.
It
It
does.
should.
I don't know why I asked that. That was dumb.
It should. Because maybe you didn't grab it real good, Nico, but it does.
It's only
Anyways,
one face.
what's the? You've not even answered the question yet.
I know
What's
the
the
most-
solution?
No
Solution.
solution.
There's a word you got to put in there.
No real solution.
No, write it.
Wait,
No real solution, and you can abbreviate solution if you want.
Wait, why is there no real solution?
Because when is that parabola going to cross the axis?
Oh,
Never.
No.
But it
What
was
kind of
like,
solutions does it have?
Fake.
Not fake.
Phony.
Not phony.
Baloney.
2 imaginary.
Imaginary. Like 11 is an imaginary number.
No solution.
No, 11 guys is not an imaginary
No,
number.
Durf is an imaginary.
All right, now let's do this.
I remember Zach.
Hey,
It's door.
let's do this. Try to graph it on Desmos.
Two exchangers.
Stay on this page. Okay, here we go. Negative 2x squared minus 6 or plus 6x. No, minus 6x. Minus 6x minus 8. Boom. Nico.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to multiply by 2.
Okay.
Mine doesn't
One,
show
three,
graph.
five. I just did.
Right. Look, guys. It crosses the y-axis at -8. Now, I really am curious about what it's going to say when I type in equals 0.
Oh, me too. It's gonna say air.
Nothing.
I'm surprised it says nothing. I'm surprised it didn't come up with the imaginary solutions because there are solutions to this. They're imaginary though.
Are we doing learning?
I don't understand. That doesn't
We're
make
gonna be
sense.
doing that.
Isn't math all about facts? Can't be something imaginary about math.
Don't be weird, Kev. So
There are solutions, but they're imaginary.
they're imaginary,
Doesn't make sense.
and you already know you will understand imaginary numbers.
11.
What's the square root of -25?
There is none.
Imaginary.
It's an imaginary number. What number times itself is going to make a negative value?
So there's gotta be a number for it, but we can't figure it
I.
out.
Why do we have to know about that?
We'll get there
So then
because it's
you-
interesting. All right, now this one. Solve 2x squared plus 3x plus 6x minus 3 equals 0 by graphing.
I don't like
If
this.
integral roots. What word does integral look like to you people?
Integer.
Integer. All the ones we've done so far, they work out nice, like 1 and 3, okay? -6 and 0. Sometimes you got to estimate to the near, and we're going to do it to the nearest 10th or 2 digits to the nearest 100th, if that's fine. And then you can use Desmos or a graphic calculator to check your answer. So no typing this into Desmos yet. If you've already done that, clear it. Seriously. Now, let's do this one by hand real quick, because you're going to see you got to estimate. And this is what you got to do. You're going to do this on a test, so don't cheat yourself by using Desmos. All right.
You're like not
A equals 2, B equals 6, C equals -3. Okay? Everybody find the axis of symmetry, the vertex, and try your best to graph it and find out where it crosses the x-axis.
I hate fractions.
That's okay. Use your calculator to your advantage. You can do it, Al.
X is -1.5.
This is back to -1.5 again?
Yeah.
2
Oh,
times 2.
why? What the heck?
-3 over 2. Yes, it is back to -1.5. That's okay. You see -1.5 a lot.
Dang it.
It is a open upward one. Okay? And now, let's see if we can type this in. 2 times -3/2 squared plus 6 times -3 over 2 minus 3. Plugging the x value of the vertex into the equation. I think this one might be the -7.5.
It is.
Henry, practice typing it in to your calculator.
31.5.
No, you typed it in wrong. 2 parentheses, -3 ABC2 parentheses x squared plus 6 times parentheses, -3 over 2 parentheses minus 3.
I got
Oh, I did wrong. 10.5.
It's 7.
24.
You got the-
88.
It's 24.
I don't think this way is very good.
It's 24.
Hi, friend.
This makes no sense.
What don't you get, Al?
Let's see what Kevin gets. Kevin got -7.5.
Oh, I think you did minus. There you go. I see your mistake.
What'd I do?
Kevin, yeah.
People watching this.
Boom, beautiful. You typed in a negative sign instead of a minus sign. For the -3 at the end, you typed in -3.
That's what I did.
Is that what I'm supposed to do?
No, it's -3.
-7.
So there's a
That's the same
difference.
thing
Hey
as-
guys, there is a difference between the negative sign, which is right by your decimal point, and the minus sign, which we know where your minus sign is.
Is that the same
He typed in a negative sign and it doesn't work.
That's what I did.
Minus
Why?
sign.
Kevin
look.
did that.
Yeah, you guys
I got
are
it.
delete.
-7.5.
What's the answer?
Negative 7.
Let's delete.
Yeah, that's what I got. I did the negative side.
Delete. -3 equals.
I know it doesn't work, but why?
I'm trying to. There's a reason for it. Now watch. Delete. -3 equals.
Is
Negative
that not
7.5.
the same thing, though?
Right. Hey guys, you should get -7.5 for your y value. Did everybody get that?
Yeah.
Okay. The vertex is at -1.5. -1.5, comma -7.5. Graph it. It's down here. -1, -7.5. 135 becomes 2, 6, 10. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
All right. From the vertex, you've got to be smart here. Go up 2 units and over 1 unit. $10 if you can tell me the value, the coordinates of that point.
-2.5, comma -5.5.
-5.5.
Nope.
No, -5.
Negative a half, comma
Wait,
negative
what point are we
5.5.
looking at?
Olson. The first point I just graphed, I go up 2 and right 1.
Oh, I was talking about the one that was.
Olson, say it again. You got it.
Negative a half, comma negative 5.5.
He's at -0.5, -5.5. Now go up
Please
6.
excuse me. I was-
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. $10 if you can tell me what that point is. You grab
Negative
it.
3.5.
Half.
Nope.
No,
Wait, which
half.
point?
What? Half.
A half, comma 1/2. That's this.
Oh, that one.
Now,
I was going the other way.
okay, go the other way.
That's
Yeah.
the one I said when you asked. Just saying.
Right. So here's the deal.
This is so hard.
When you graph your parabola, and the C is -3, make sure you got the point 0, -3 graphed as well, because that helps us. Now we've got to think logically here, because we're really looking for where this parabola crosses the x-axis.
Oh, that's hard.
It's hard. What's the x value? The one over here, I'm thinking.
Let's go at -3 1/3.
You think it's -3 1/3?
I think it's -3.5.
-3 1/3 would be like right here.
No,
Where did that cross?
That's
That'd be
positive
3 and a third.
3 and a
That's
third.
3 and a third.
Oh, that'd be positive. So I like your over here. Yes, -3 1/3 is a great estimate, Kev. You were right
Can you
about
do
that.
3 and a half?
No, because you know that it's on the half, so it's before the half. So it's got to be -3 1/3, and then I got this one to be about
1/3.
1/3. There's our estimates.
I'll tell you.
That's so hard.
You gotta, hey, you gotta think because, hey, you know points because it's at 1/2, and it came from the right, so it's got to be before a half on the x-axis. You have to think logically.
Can we type it in the decimal?
Now we get to type it in decimals. Let's see what it really is.
Wait, your estimate is 1/4.
I'm saying 3 point
Type it in. 2.
3.32.
Square.
2x.
X minus
Whoa.
3. Woo!
-3.2.
2x squared plus 6x
3.436.
minus 3.
I don't know. I say I'm pretty good.
I'm zooming in.
I'm pretty
And
darn
here's what last period found very interesting.
Maybe I should have done 2/5.
No, we got a point. You said 0.333. It was 0.43. How close are you?
Pretty close.
Real close. They set up 4th last period.
Are you
Which-
nuts?
No, they're not. No, that's fine.
No.
Notice those points. Look, a half is on there. Okay, -3 1/2, 1/2. I bet is on here too. -3 1/2, 1/2. So here are the solutions. Your estimates were very good. And now here's what they started figuring out last period.
Maybe I should have done 2/5.
Hey, look at this. If you click on it, the point will stay up there. As you zoom in, it gets more and more exact. Look at this.
Oh wow.
It gets more and more exact because it's not a, it's a real number, but it's a rational, or is it an irrational number? I'm trying to think if we can represent this as a fraction. It might be an irrational number. I'll have to look into that. But it keeps getting more and more exact. Okay, the more we zoom in. Okay? You only have to go to about 1 or 2 decimal spots. I would accept 0.4 or 0.44.
What about 0.3 that you said?
No, that's your estimate. Then you got to give the exact answer.
Oh, this was?
Right.
So
So
what are we
you guys can,
trying
hey,
to
you can
test?
check your work by doing decimals. Do not cheat yourself and type it in first. Do the work by hand. Do the work by hand, and then type it into decimals, and then think. And let's see if we type in = 0 here. Ah, look at that. It gives us the solutions to about 7 or 8 decimals.
How about it?
Okay? All right. Forget about the last word problem. We'll hit that one tomorrow. I want to give you guys your quizzes back, and some of you guys are getting the feet down.
You didn't Google.